Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling day. It has been an awesome day today. It is Thankful Thursday. We actually got, this is part 2. We actually got a video done this morning. Yay! Or live. Sorry, I was just peering through my Reckitt journal because today on the inside, they've got stuff on the inside of the cover as well. So you've got the flap and then they've got inside, and in here it says, cut out 2 holes for peeking at people. Now you are a spy. So I've got 2 holes cut out. Hi. And then there's another hole down here, and that is because it says, cut out the small piece to carry a bit of rec with you always. And here's my little piece I cut out. See, it's got Reckless Journal on it. And then I'm going to show you, this is my small drawing. It's said to do a small drawing, and if you can't see what it is, neither can I. It's trees around the lake. Yeah, so there's all sorts of fun things to do in this thing. I love this thing. It just helps. It breaks up the day. It gives you something to do, something to de-stress. Just open to a random page and do whatever it says. There's a lot of fun in that. So yeah, you got but what's really cool, so on the flap, on this part of the flap, it's got these instructions down here, and it says like, this book belongs to, and it says write your name in white, write your name in color, write your name illegibly. Brad wouldn't have had a problem with that one. Write your name in tiny letters, write your name backwards, write your name very faintly, write your name using large letters. And then it's got phone number and email. And then it says note, if found, flip to a page randomly, follow the instructions, then return. So that's on the inside. That's on the inside of the cover. On the back side of the cover is your pledge to wreck the journal. So this is where you put your name and you sign it down here. And this is your pledge that you are going to wreck this journal. You are not going to leave it sitting all pretty with nothing done to it. You're actually going to wreck it. So I love those journals. They're a lot of fun. You never know what you're going to just flip to a page and do it. It's fun. So how did your Thankful Thursday go? How did it go with paying it forward? I'm just trying to think. I thought back, how did I pay it forward today? Well, I was helping people on the help desk, but that's what I do every day. And I thought, and I just went out and picked up the mail and came back, but I didn't go through any drive-throughs, so I didn't pay for anybody's meal, didn't have to get gas, and I just went out, got the mail, and came back again, which was really cool because I got my new hat. My new hat arrived. It was supposed to arrive between the 20th and the 22nd, and it actually arrived on the 18th, according to the tracking thing. So I went to track it today. I thought, it's due in either today, tomorrow, or Friday, and to find out it was delivered on the 18th. And I was like, great, definitely going to pick up mail. So I've got mail. I've still got all the envelope stuff to open, but I've opened all the packages that came, and there was my new hat. There's a couple of new T-shirts. There was my essential oil order. Got to keep my essential oils. I needed those today too. So what was happening today is that I was sitting working, and all of a sudden I just felt like crap. All of a sudden I was sort of like heady, achy, and I was like, something's trying to take hold and it ain't going to work. Grab my vitamin C, grab my other vitamins, grab my supplements, grab my oils, did my little routine, and 30 minutes later, boom, right as rain, and been right as rain ever since. So I think it was just the air quality is bad right now as well, which isn't helping. So it's probably allergies, and it's just making me feel really cruddy. But 30 minutes after taking all of that stuff, my vitamins, my ODing on vitamin C, taking my oils and my other supplements, I felt so much better. All aches and pains were gone. The sinuses felt clear. They blocked up again a little bit because I was out in the car and out in the wind, and I still have to go back out in the wind to take Zeffy for a walk in about an hour, because we're going out kind of close to 7 o'clock, only because the sun's down and it's a heck of a lot cooler at that point. But I was just so like, this ain't gonna happen. There's nothing. I've got a super immune system. I am boosting it with oils and supplements and vitamins, and making sure, and lots of hydration, and making sure that nothing gets hold. So when you feel it starting to bloom, nip it in the bud. There's a reason you nip it in the bud before it blooms. Get it there. So we're all good, all clear. So I'm feeling so much better as well. And after about 30 minutes later, I felt so much better. I felt more of my vibrant self coming through because I started the morning off. I had so much energy, and when I got on the help desk this morning, I was like, okay, oh, these chats that come up from me, all right, and like in 3 minutes they were done, and I was like, okay, and I was like, oh, who can I go help? So went and helped a fellow coworker. She had a lot of chats going, and so I said, just, do you need any help? And I'm like sitting here, twiddling my thumbs, cut circles out. And I'm twiddling my thumbs and say, oh, go type some more instructions. There's always something you can do when you're on the help desk. There's always something you can go and investigate and try and things. And so made sure I was taking care of those chats as soon as they came in. And then, of course, later on towards the afternoon, and I remembered to have breakfast this morning. I did. I grabbed a snack partway through the day. Water bottle got filled a few times. What else did I do today? Yeah, I've got the dishes to do. I'm looking at my counter, and I go, why are there dishes on my counter? They're not even, why are there dirty dishes? No, the question is, why are there dirty dishes on the counter? Because I usually clean my dishes as soon as I finish eating. So I must have got lazy at some point. Yes, we're going to have to remedy that. But yeah, so I thought, well, I'll go get my mail today. I got my mail. My hat was there. I was super excited about that. Can't show it because I put it over there with my other hat. But this one's red, and it's they called it vintage red because it's sort of like a dusty red color that's like a worn red denim type look to it. I found these two really cool T-shirts, and one of them said, what do they say? One says "I am enough" on the front of it. The other one says "Keep moving forward," and on the back it goes, it doesn't matter if you crawl. It says, keep crawling, keep. I'll put it on the next one, on the next live I do. But it's really cool, and it's from this project, and I can't remember the name of the project, and I've left the card over with the T-shirts. But this project, what they do is that all the proceeds from all of the stuff that they sell goes towards making these memorial wooden plaques that they give to members who have lost somebody in the military, fire department, police department. I think that's it. Yeah, so they're either going to be one of those three services. Somebody who has passed, and they make these wooden plaques for them with a beautiful photo. They're gorgeous looking plaques, and they present them to the family as a thank you and as an honor, as a tribute to that person who has passed, and as well as a way to honor their service to the country or to to police, military, or fire. And I thought that was such a really cool idea, and I thought I can get behind a charity like that. I liked that. And then once a week they send out like a letter, and then they put in all the people who have passed, what they passed from. And the one that gets me the most is when they said lost the battle with the demons, and I'm like, I hate that phrase, because they're also trying to help increase awareness with the suicide rates with the military personnel as well. So they didn't put that they committed suicide. They said lost the battle with the demons, and I thought, okay, that's one way of putting it. And but then they had other ones in there as well. They had an 85-year-old the other day, and they had his history listed in there, and he had passed from lung cancer. But I thought it was a really cool charity to support. And they had T-shirts. They had two T-shirts that had messages that I absolutely love, and one of them is "I am enough." And the other one is keep moving forward. Because when you have a trauma in your life, you will never move on from that trauma, but you will move forward, because the results of those trauma is always going to be with you. That memory is always going to be there with you. It's almost like a stop point, but you can move forward. You just don't move on from that. And there's a really cool TED talk that a woman did about how her husband passed, and she figured out that she can't move on from it because it's going to be part of her everyday life moving forward. So she's talking about how you move forward. You never move on, you move forward, because that becomes part of the life. And when she got remarried, because she had kids from her first marriage, with her late husband. So when she got remarried, her new husband recognized the fact that she had had this other person in her life who she had lost, and so he helped her to keep moving forward. And he knew and he helped her honor her husband, and that it's a really cool TED talk. And I thought, I so relate to that. I can, yeah, because you don't move on, you move forward. And so there was that T-shirt too. And then on the back, it's got all these things that you do, and the very last line is just don't ever quit, or something like that at the very last line. So I'll bring the T-shirt on tomorrow with me, and share it with you guys, because it's a really cool T-shirt. And even though they've done it to help support our military personnel who are losing battles with their demons, I just thought it had a really good message that applies to anybody. Keep moving forward, and you are enough. I am enough. So that is really two cool T-shirts with cool messages on them. So I'm appreciative that stuff finally arrived, and and Zeffy's happy because her chew sticks arrived as well. So she's a very happy dog, because now she doesn't get the little chew thingy that I was giving her at night because I was out of her chew sticks. She'll get her chew sticks again tonight. So she'll be a very happy camper with that. So lots to be thankful for today. Stuff that arrived today. There's some unexpected mail there as well, because I've got some cards to open, which I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So we're going to be opening those cards and celebrating with the people who sent the cards for whatever reason. I have no clue why they sent the cards. I'll have to open them and find out. So anyway, what are you most thankful for today? Did you get a chance to pay it forward today? Or a chance just to assist somebody? Did you see somebody who needed an extra hand, ask them if they needed help, and were able to assist them if they needed help? Or if they just said thank you, but no. Did you get a chance to do that today? Anyway, I'm out of here. I gotta go do my dishes. I know that sounds weird. I gotta go do my dishes. We're having pork chops tonight, and they're thick cut pork chops, so they're going to take a little bit on the grill to do, because pork chops I don't like as rare as I like my steaks. So pork chops I like a little less pink in the middle, not overcooked, but medium well. We're talking the medium well range, not well done, but medium well. So yeah, they're going to take a little longer to cook tonight, so I got to figure out the timing on those ones. But anyway, go out, have a super fantastic sparkly evening, and just because we suggested you pay it forward today, do it every day. Go out with the mission that today I'm going to pay it forward to somebody, or I'm going to assist somebody, and just do it every day without any expectation of return, because those are the best times of showing gratitude and paying it forward to others, is when you do something for somebody with no expectations. And I love that. Anyway, go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow for it's Friday, which means Fun Friday. Yay! Hey, Conera.